Before I get into my review for Extraction, I want to explain to you guys right now that for the first time since I've ever done YouTube, I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free movie review for Extraction. Long story short, I've realized after 5 years of doing this, I finally come to the realization, because I'm a very slow person, that I don't need to do a spoiler review for every movie that gets released. But for the record, that does not mean spoiler reviews are going away. I will still do spoiler reviews for the really big movies we get, or movies that I feel need spoiler thoughts on them for me to really explain to you my opinion on them. But from this day forward, for the smaller movies, for the simpler movies, I'm just going to give a normal movie review. If I can get my point across or my opinion across without spoilers, I'm not going to include them. Part of me growing up, guys. These are the epiphanies you had when the world is ending. So yeah, disclaimer's been said, let's talk about Extraction. Extraction is a new movie. That's right, a new movie. A 2020 film. We finally have one, guys. Isn't it great? Oh, things are looking up. That was released on Netflix. So yeah, movie theaters are still shut down, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So in this action movie, you have Chris Hemsworth. He's like a Black Ops operative kind of soldier. He gets called in to rescue the kid of India's biggest drug lord when this kid has been kidnapped by a rival drug lord, the biggest drug lord in, I believe it's Bangladesh. Chris Hemsworth has to go get this kid while a bunch of drug cartel people are coming at him trying to kill him. And now we have our movie. As far as Netflix movies go, this one's pretty enjoyable, I've got to say. First of all, Chris Hemsworth, he does a fine job in this movie. I mean, you feel like he wants to branch away from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, he's probably not going to be Thor for that much longer, so he's probably thinking to himself, alright, gotta make a name for myself elsewhere, but I know I thrive in action movies, so I should probably stay in that lane. I did really buy him as a soldier. He could really kick ass, he could throw down, but what I kind of like seeing with him is he had like the stoic personality. He's like, he doesn't really care about the kid he has to go rescue. His whole mentality is like, this is my job, I gotta do it, so I'm gonna go do it. It's like a very John Wick kind of vibe. Like, you know how John Wick was never like, showed a whole lot of emotion, he was very stoic, he was a badass, but, you know, he didn't really get very emotional over certain things. He just did what he had to do, and he was really good at it. Chris Hemsworth in this movie is pretty much the same thing. Also, gotta say this right now, seeing the drug lord of Was it Bangladesh? It was Bangladesh. Just wanted to make sure before I continued. I didn't want to make myself look stupid. But yeah, seeing this drug lord in action, seeing what he was doing, I really appreciated his character as the villain, if you want to say, of this movie, because he's a brutal, scary, intimidating character. And he just puts the fear of God into the people who follows him. And what I appreciate is seeing how young some of these people are who work for them. Some of them are they're just kids. And these kids maybe feel they need to work under him because he's gonna lead them to power, or to money, or just really to a better life. You see where these kids come from. They're clearly not coming from a good place. They've reached that point where they need to do anything to survive. And seeing the way he like treats them, it's kind of fucked. It's basically like, yeah, if you work for him, if you fuck up, you don't get any other second chances. He's like, I don't care if you're a kid, I don't care if you're an adult, I'll fucking end you. I will also say, the action of this movie, for the most part, it's very well done, it's very well shot, and I will say, the violence in this movie, it's pretty brutal. There's a lot of blood, a lot of bullets flying through skulls, a lot of people falling off buildings. It's some intense shit. The stunt work in this movie is great. The action is great. And again, I appreciate seeing just how well Chris Hemsworth does at his job. I mean, he's got to get this kid all the way to safety. Everyone is coming after them. Guys are firing at him, firing at the kid. He's got to get the kid out of the way while it's like moving the kid, boom, headshot, move the kid, kneecap, and then like, you know, another way. He's got to like throw the kid to the side so he can just take this other guy off the roof. There's like one moment in the movie, Chris Hemsworth like straight up takes this guy's body and like uses it as a weapon to like take out some other guy. It's like, holy shit, you are that good. I can't remember how long this moment went on for, but there was one moment, like one little montage. I don't want to say montage, really. I want to say like this one scene where the whole action scene, the whole like escape route, it was all just one continuous tracking shot for I don't even know how long. I want to say like the action scene maybe went on for like 10 minutes, maybe even longer, and the whole time it's one continuous take, it's one continuous shot. I always appreciate that during movies. So if you can pull that off, you're gonna get mad respect from me. That being said, is this movie without its flaws? No. David Harbour is in this movie, but he doesn't really do much. He's really only in the movie for like 5 minutes. I was kind of disappointed in that. I didn't see where they were going with his character. I saw the direction they wanted to take him in, but I do feel they could have dragged it out a little bit. I would have liked to see more of what his relationship was like with Chris Hemsworth. I would have liked to see him help Chris Hemsworth and the kid along this mission. But really, he doesn't do as much as you'd think he would do. That was disappointing for me. I mean, David Harbour is a great actor. I loved seeing him in Stranger Things. I still think he was the right choice for Hellboy, even though that movie was a pile of shit. Also, I will say, due to the fact that Chris Hemsworth is kind of this really stoic, quiet, well, not really quiet, but emotionless soldier, you don't really see him and the kid develop any kind of real bond. I mean, the movie tries to make it out like they do. Like, they have one scene where they finally open up to each other a little bit about, you know, what the kid has gone through, what Chris Hemsworth has gone through. But again, it's like one scene of that, like one moment of dialogue they give you between him and the kid that doesn't really get you totally invested into what it is they deal with or what it is they've gone through. They could have dragged that out throughout the movie. Like, really maybe grow to see Chris Hemsworth's, you know, heart get a little bigger because this kid's making him open up, this kid's making him feel, you know, this kid's helping him remind him what it is to be, I don't know, a human being with emotions. Even that scene where they did finally get the two to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart and, like, you know, get them to finally, like, you know, talk and try to develop the characters, it wasn't executed all that well. It's like I'm saying, yes, they should have had better character development, but they also should have executed it better because when it happens, you know, it's just, it kind of slows the movie down a little too much. Like, you want the character development to be seamless. You want it to just flow right into the movie. You want to just get on board with these characters, you know, to the best that you can. You kind of have these characters grow throughout the movie. You give little snippets of them throughout the movie that gets you a bit invested into them. But I will say, we do get a very intense, thrilling, awesome, great action scene that does have you on the edge of your seat to close out the movie. So I will say it went out with a bang. And yeah, really, all in all, Extraction is kind of your typical action movie. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's very intense at times. Chris Hemsworth does well in this movie. I have seen him be better, but I have seen him be worse at the same time. I like seeing the brutality of the areas that we're in this movie. I love seeing the action in this movie. The action is very well shot. The stunt work is great. I do wish some characters got a little more time to shine. I wish some characters got developed a little bit better. But in the end, it's an enjoyable action movie, and if you're looking for something else to watch on Netflix, well, you can add this to your list as well. And you'll probably have a fun time with it. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.